Hello and welcome again to VVLP, where we are covering El Shaddai. And behold, the parade of logos.
It's not that bad.
So many people worked on this thing. It's amazing.
Well, that's a good thing. That means it's like high quality.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen means it's a clusterfuck, but hey, my food gets out quick.
Well, yeah. Anyway, this game is actually not a clusterfuck. It's pretty good. No one bought
Got
it.
PhysX. I didn't buy it. It's on the Cryware engine.
Yep. You won't notice that, by the way. Not because it doesn't look good, but because it's artistically very, very good.
Let me tell you a tale. It took place 360,000. No, 14,000 years ago. Well, to me it seems like only yesterday. To you, could be tomorrow. It's the story of a man, known by 72 different names. What should I call him? When we first met, his name was Enoch. And even then, he wouldn't let anyone tell him what to do. Not even me.
Lip sync in this game was kind of
He was a
subpar.
pretty good guy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Voice works okay. Also, I guarantee you'll forget about the subtitle Ascension of the Metatron.
However, good God, this game is beautiful. There's a lot of bloom.
Also, this playthrough will be on normal because I'm not sadistic.
So, care to tell us about the game?
Well, I would, but there's a cutscene in 10 seconds.
Brad?
Well, I would, but there's a cutscene in 10 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll take him. It's time, Enoch. You ready to leave?
No problem. Everything's fine.
Good. Then let's go. I gotta say, I'm kind of looking forward to this trip. Say, you've not been down below for some time, have you? You're in for a surprise. Right. Time to go.
That guy's damn good at snapping his
Enoch.
fingers.
Yep. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
So, where are you?
See those
I
figures
don't
in the
actually
distance?
know. I guess this would be heaven?
Try and reach them.
That doesn't look very heavenly. I mean, that place with the books seemed pretty heavenly. That seemed awesome. I'd love the hell out of that.
Maybe limbo or something. I'm not sure if this place is an actual physical location.
Or if it's just something he was like, yo, have a dimension.
The tools and weapons humans use are all based on wisdom from heaven. Wisdom humans couldn't attain in 1,000 years.
was a little condescending.
Several thousand years later, and here we are.
Well, he said
Anyway,
8,000.
Try jumping to those figures.
Enoch's got jumps, it seems. What the hell are those?
Do you actually want to know?
Yes.
I think they're, like,
Okay, can you take it
symbolic
from here?
representations of the angels that we're going to be fighting later. But to be quite honest, it's never actually told or what they are, so...
Humans have a unique gift, the power of choice.
There's 7 of them. There's 7 angels.
Free will. They can follow any path they desire.
Makes sense.
So,
So choose your path carefully.
what you're telling me is angels chant around fruit.
Well, those are, like, the fruit is a metaphysical construct, symbolizing the knowledge of God.
Yes.
So,
Not
and there's
bad.
7 pieces, so it kind of makes sense.
If you're that good with your bare hands, let's see how you handle one of God's weapons.
Like I said, really good at snapping his fingers. I'll admit though, I kind of like that guy.
It's one of those little shards of wisdom.
Oh, by the way,
fallen
he's
angel
devil.
stole.
Yeah, the
So-
guy snapping
Now
his
try
fingers
it,
is
Enoch.
Lucifer, Satan, what other name you want for him. He's the devil.
Oh, it's alright. Oh, doesn't mean he's not awesome. I mean, seems like a pretty swell guy. I mean, aside from the whole evil thing.
Yeah.
And,
Well, this is many, many, many years before that, so... Anyway, here's the first weapon. It's called the Arch. It focuses on repeated strikes and aerial combat. And now for another
And it-
long cutscene.
it looks kind of like a hacksaw.
It was only when various shards of God's wisdom were stolen that Semyaza's betrayal was uncovered. But by then, he, together with the Grigori he led, had already fled.
Here's the score screen. This being the tutorial level, it doesn't actually grade you on anything because you don't actually get to accomplish anything.
Nicely done, Enoch.
It'd be kind of funny if it did, though.
Yep.
Ah, the archangels are here.
All is as Lucifer has shown. We, the archangels, shall guide you with our voices.
Enoch, you must return the fallen angels to heaven. That is your mission. Don't worry. We'll be with you all the way. Careful now, we're crossing over. Once we breach the veil, we'll be on Earth. Bring back any memories, Enoch?
So to be quite frank, I have no idea what this part of the game is for.
7 angels have fallen to
You
Earth.
basically just hit these shackles and learn more
Big
about
mistake.
the fallen angels.
We're going to
but
tear out their souls and lock them in this
it
prison for
doesn't really give
eternity.
you much information. Then again,
Still,
this whole thing looks really cool.
yeah. I don't know my much of my biblical history, but I mean, I don't remember the archangels being swans.
Azazel, leader of the Grigori, and Semyaza's right-hand man.
Well, once again, it's another like symbolism sort of thing. Either that, or you know, they can take any form they want. So swans.
Ezekiel, She talks of love, but doesn't know the meaning.
I like his snarky comments.
I kind of want to know if the statue guy, like the guy responsible for designing all these things,
Good luck getting into
he's
her
done
bed.
anything else, because these designs are really cool.
Well, I mean, a lot of the art style of this, I mean, not the gameplay or anything like that, but the art style sort of reminds me of
Sariel, don't let his idea of love fool
like
you.
Ico and Shadow of Colossus. It's got a similar aesthetic to me. I don't know.
Arakiel. We can't let him live out his days on
I'm
Earth.
not seeing it. Like, they're both kind of, like, not minimalistic. No, but I see where you're coming from.
Arakiel. May this be the place he dies.
He does not like Barakel.
No.
Like everybody else, he was like, oh yeah, well this person likes this, and this person likes this, and this guy, I hope he dies.
Semyaza. You know the boss.
That just doesn't seem fair.
That's the angel that cut in line in front of Lucifer every single day.
He stole my lunch money, damn it.
Watch out, Enoch.
So here's the very first enemy in the game.
Looks like they found you.
Legions of these things. They all have different names depending on which section of the game you're in, but it's way easier just to call it the blob.
I was about to say generic blob monster.
Yeah. These ones, they actually get special abilities depending on what section of the game you're in. These ones don't have any special abilities. That's it.
I know some people who can't throw a punch, so that may be considered a special ability. What's with the red orbs?
The red orbs are part of are a gameplay mechanic that won't be introduced till like level 3. It's introduced really late in the game, but yeah, we'll see what goes on. You're also graded on how many of them you collect, so naturally I'm going to be collecting by the structure.
This game does not have a UI.
Nope, there are no HUD elements.
I like that.
Well, to be fair, there is actually a way to turn on a light bar. Once you beat the game, you unlock an option that allows you to see exactly how much health you have.
How would you tell otherwise?
Your armor. Your armor cracks and breaks in segments. So you can tell if you have no health when the edge of your screen are flashing red, and your character's skin is
Because pants are truly the most defenseless form.
well, like when you're wearing fancy white armor, it is.
This is it, Enoch. Your journey begins here.
So anyway, this blue ice wasteland is supposed to be Earth.
I don't remember Earth having honeycomb ice mountains.
You don't remember the colossal ice titles that made the planet?
No, I must have missed out on that.
Yeah. Looks nice though.
Yeah, it's completely freaking gorgeous.
By the way, the El Shaddai drinking game, every time we compliment the visuals, take a shot.
You're gonna be plastered by the end of this episode.
Don't watch more than one episode at a time if you are actually intending to play this.
There's a lot of games that get drinking games. I don't recommend doing both at the same time, though.
By the way, these little sticks and like statues and stones, if you break them, they stop firing.
And forgiveness in the name of
Is that what those are? Those are fireballs?
Yeah, they might. I think they're referred to as fire, but you can call them orbs.
Can I call them Sparkle Sparkle Juju?
No.
Damn it.
There are limits to this. Also, that big one right there is called a Great Flame, I do believe. If you get all of them in the level without falling down or falling into a water's pit or dying in combat, you'll get the highest rank possible, which is a G for God.
So I take it doesn't go with the standard ranking system of, you know, D, C, B, A, S.
Well, it does up to S.
Instead of S, it does G.
No, actually, it just goes one higher. S, you have to be perfect, like to get an S, you have to be pretty much perfect, but if you didn't find everything, or you got knocked into the bottom of the pit, like combat once. To get a G, you have to just be completely perfect, which is actually really hard. And then of course after that, it's like ABC.
I almost forgot.
What was that weird combo spin thing you did?
Oh, the charge attacks. If you hold down the basic attack button, you'll do a special attack. And here comes the main gameplay mechanic. Also, if you look at his left arm, you'll see that it's cracked. That's what I meant when I said
Behold the power of purification. It cleanses all things vile.
He was missing a chunk of armor on his bicep.
Purify the red light. Blue light is a sign of overflowing
It's
strength.
magical god armor, so it's not exactly pragmatic.
It's not entirely practical, it's just perfect.
In every way. Also,
Except for the fact that it can be broken.
the destruction of these random objects, I'm going to try to do less of it as we go, because it can actually take a fairly large part of your time later in the game.
Special attacks.
Yeah, whenever you charge, you actually get super armor. So if anyone hits you, you still take the damage, but you're not stunned or staggered. They call it counterattacks, but that's not at all what it is.
Useful.
Yep. You can even do them in the air.
It doesn't look like the combat has as much depth as something like Devil May Cry.
No. You basically have a jump button and an attack button by default. You just press them, like, at the same time to do other stuff.
Is Satan on a cell phone?
Yes.
Hey. What's the matter? You don't trust me?
I feel like he's the sort of character who would
I
sell
guess.
me a car.
I think
I'd
this
say
is a
so
running
far, so
joke
good.
because in, like, other sections of the game, he has
You know
other
I can never say
anachronistic
no to you.
things.
After all, you are the
Like,
Lord.
you'll see as we go.
Seriously though, he
Yeah.
does look like the sort of guy who would sell
Alright.
me a car.
Catch you later.
And he would end up selling me like the premium version of any car.
Anyway, he's basically a save point. Whenever you see Lucifer talking on his cell phone, if you go
So,
close to him and hit
Enoch,
the start button,
you can see
you can
Lucifer.
save. And there's no limit to the saves.
Remember to speak to Lucifer. He will record your progress and report to God.
Also, this really, really, like, beautiful area over here that we're currently walking on,
Take a shot.
yep, it's completely pointless. It goes
The
nowhere.
sky you see.
I actually like that.
I'm just showing it off because it looks really nice, and you get to see that mountain in the background that you can face.
Hide from God's sight. It must be removed to free the people from their perverted evolution.
So one of the archangels just mentioned that the fallen angels have created a veil to basically hide themselves. So the fallen angels are not omnipotent, but they are really, really powerful, and they're pretty close.
The
And
path
we'll be
forks
seeing them
here.
as we go through the
Be
game.
careful which way you choose, Enoch.
Be careful which way you choose.
Yeah, that just means go right. Going left, you go into that cave and it starts you off back at the beginning.
But it was cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty
A lot of black and white over here. That's blue.
or shadow. And now for one of the longest cutscenes in the game.
Enoch! What brings you?
So heaven is in an unforgiving mood. No matter. We are already in a better position than we ever were. Not even God can stop us now. There are no more choices left. I'm through repeating myself. Be gone!
Charming. He's either very confident
Longest pause in the game.
or very stupid. Either way, we've got to bring him back, or things are going to get a lot wetter around here.
So God's plan with this whole fallen angels business is he's going to flood the earth and destroy pretty much everything. Because he can't find them.
He's sort of an absolute sort of dude.
Yeah. Also, that tooltip that just came up is explaining that all the weapons in this game have platforming abilities. So with the arch, if you hold down the jump button, you'll float instead of just sharply descending.
That's pretty.
I'm sure you'll find them quickly, Enoch.
So this segment here is basically Enoch searching for the Tower of the Fallen Angels.
Me?
It takes him a really long time, and apparently the Book of Enoch is pretty like the meat of it is this section that we don't actually get to play or see.
Always.
So,
That bit on the bottom is actually really cool looking.
oh yes, as this happens, you don't actually
There's
lose
just
control of Enoch. You have to
something
fight for
about
this
you.
part. I don't
Do you
think
have
I don't think you can die,
I hope you find who you're looking for.
and nothing stops you from just running past them. But there is no end. You just fight and or run until
No need to
all
rush.
of this is passed.
There's plenty of time.
I mean, it's really cool.
In fact, all the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
Look for the tower. The fallen angels must be
I'm
there.
glad he made that joke.
Why?
Enoch,
Because
Azazel
it's
is
the
after
joke
you.
that I would have wanted to make, given this.
you must change your name.
Also,
Because he's immortal.
yeah. Also, this addresses the tons of
The
names that
tower
this fellow
is
talked
a
about in the
lie.
intro.
It does not exist.
Has to change his name to avoid the fallen angels who are hunting him.
Enough.
But he's
If we
hunting
stay,
them.
it'll be the end
Yes.
of me.
Cat and mouse.
Fear not, Hadroniel. The four great angels are with thee.
Hadroniel.
No idea who he is,
They'll
but
be getting married soon.
probably in the book.
Unlike you, I can't stay young forever.
So yeah, Enoch's immortal while his search persists.
How is it you do not age?
If you look carefully, you can see the numbers passing in the back.
Yep. You'll also notice that as we go, they start to pass faster.
Eternal life is just a myth. Show Eved the meanings
6,
of mortality.
60.
You have been granted the gift of immortality. Your quest will continue until you find the fallen ones.
To be fair, he's living a long-ass time.
Me? I'm not going anywhere.
Apparently he was in heaven before this, so if you count that as
Midrash,
living,
Raphael has a gift for you.
he's been alive even longer than this.
Yeah. Patience of a saint. Oh, shit.
These lakes appeared a century ago.
100 years.
Aha. So this is where they fell. I bet they're still close by.
I come from the tower.
So essentially, he
You don't
finds
know
the
when
place
to quit.
only after people from the tower escape and find him.
So, you chose to ignore my warning.
He's at almost 400 years. Holy shit.
Yeah. Dead several times over.
Quite a few times.
I tried to end this part with like a cool pose, but no such luck.
It was kind of cool. Yeah.
Anyway,
Not perfect, but cool.
so this part is the first of many Watcher fights. Essentially, these are teasers, for lack of a better word, for the actual boss fights against these guys. If you win, you take off a chunk of their armor permanently from the rest of the game until you start your save file or what have you. And when you do the boss fight, they'll actually be missing more of their armor depending on how many times you won against them. If they win, which is just by taking down to like, I think it's like quarter health, then you automatically lose, and it just throws you back in the level.
I warned you not to follow us.
And usually your weapon broken.
Have it your own way.
So this guy, the ball of flies or bees that he summons, if it hits you, it stuns you. Besides that, he just has punch and kicks.
Aside from stunning you, he punches you in the forehead.
He's good at it, but like it's really easy to dodge. He also
To be
has,
fair, for a fallen angel, he doesn't have that skill.
he also has one attack that he never does. I think I could get him to do it every 40 minutes. But he moves his hands around him and he blows. If you hit him during that, you instantly get knocked to the floor, and he punches like once or twice, but doesn't block. Aside from that, dodge and hit him. And before you ask, no, I have no idea where the hell we are. It looks cool though.
I give you that much.
Oh, also, when you knock the fallen angels down, when they get back up, there's this, like, shockwave effect around them. If you're caught in the shockwave, you'll be knocked to the floor. But it doesn't actually do any damage against you, so I'm going to be getting a lot of free shock that way.
I think that was that arm thing you were talking about.
Although, later in the game, you'll fight enemies that have the same shockwave effect, and that one will do damage to you, so...
Well, to be fair, this guy seems more like a tutorial. Now, major question. Is this cutscene different depending on if you win or lose?
I think it's different if you lose. I've never actually lost this first fight. I know that the dialogue on this black screen is different if you
This is
win or
the
lose,
last
and
time you will
it's the same way
see
for the
me.
rest of the game. Whenever you finish the fight, they'll say something.
Do
you
not
win or
make
lose.
the wrong choice again.
So basically what he's saying is, oh god, I don't want to die, please stop chasing me, please be intimidated.
Something like that. Anyway, here we are back on Earth. Or Hoth. What's the difference?
That big difference.
He is a freeman. He will give you information on conditions inside the tower.
So the Freemen are usually hidden in really out-of-the-way areas. If you get close to them, they'll give you some healing items, some fire orbs, and a paper which will describe something rule-wise. I already have all the papers, so...
Of course.
I also have the primary benefit of grabbing the fire, so there's really... I don't think they drop it anymore. Also, right here, I'm just showing off the melee combat, because for goodness sake.
I assume you always have a weapon.
Great.
Pretty much.
This is not a job for bare hands.
Also, these guys fight pretty much exactly.
Liberate one of their arches.
But it brings up the second gameplay mechanic, which is stealing weapons. When you hit them, they'll glow blue. You go up next to them, you hit the Purify button, and you steal their weapons.
What the hell are they?
They're humans who have switched sides to the side of fallen angels.
And they just managed to get one of God's weapons. How?
The fallen angels provide them with weapons to kill you. They're really easy, because as soon as you get rid of the weapon...
Well, considering he just got horribly obliterated.
Whose fault's that? Additionally, you can purify your weapon at any time. You can't move or combo out of it, so in exchange, you have to stand still.
So it's best used if somebody's knocked down or if there's nothing around.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's not usually a problem because whenever you steal a weapon, you get their weapon and it's purified in a cutscene where you have invulnerability frames. So long as you just keep stealing weapons, you'll be fine.
That abomination is the tower in which the fallen ones hide.
I noticed there's leathering on the floor.
Yep, this is another cool looking area. Big shot.
I don't sense their souls within.
Also, these guys die in just a couple hits with this weapon. There's really no point to comboing them, but it's fun.
Hey, sorry about that.
Shits and giggles.
Pretty much.
No, haven't found it
Seriously,
yet. But
he strikes me as this smooth talking guy who would talk me into buying a timeshare.
okay,
Well, he is God's
I'll be in
favorite.
touch.
Was God's favorite.
At this point, he is.
Yep.
Give it a couple centuries.
Time frame.
Well, he did swing between, what was it, 100 and something thousand years and 13.
Yep.
That's a pretty big difference.
Also,
That's like a difference between, okay, that's fairly recent in the span of things, and good God.
you can just barely make it out in the background, but there's something that looks like a... That's
Yeah.
the entrance to the tower.
It's really cool looking. Just shot.
Just wait till you see the actual tower itself. It looks even
Tower's
better in
worth 2
picture.
shots.
Considering the next level is there, just drink for the entire level.
People watching this are gonna get liver poisoning. I mean, I won't, but they will.
This is a game you cannot win.
You can only get shit-faced and hope not to pee yourself. Alright. Impress me. Okay, yeah, I'm impressed. Once the sky starts shattering Dead Zone style, I get impressed.
Just wait till you see the actual tower. Yep, there it is.
That is some crazy eyeball shit right there.
It has one eye on each level, and each level belongs to one of the fallen angels, so it has 7 in total.
At last, you have found them.
That's cool looking.
Yep.
Take a shot. Alrighty.
And let's see how well I did. Godlike.
Had to put that in there, didn't you?
Yep, this is the only one